Describing a design pattern, we must not only depend on the graphical representation, but we must also reuse a design and record the decision, alternatives, and trade-offs. The description of a design pattern includes only 13 sections, named as name and classification, intent, also known as motivation, applicability, structure, participants, collaboration, consequences, implementation, sample code, known uses, and related pattern. So that was a 1.3 section of our design pattern class, and the other thing is catalog of a design pattern. Catalog of design pattern can be remembered in a way that uh, before catalog of design pattern we can remember it easily with an alphabetical order: abstract, adapter, two A's, double A, double B, triple C, D, triple F, double I, O, I, double M, O, double P. Abstract factory, adapter, bridge, builder, chain of responsibilities, command, composite, decoration and decorator, facade, factory method, flyweight, interpreter, iterator, mediator, memento, observer, prototype, and proxy. So these can be categorized into a catalog for organizing them in a structural way that the purpose can be of three types: creational, structural, behavioral. Creational deals with the creation of objects and classes. Structural deals with the structure of classes and objects, and behavioral deals with the collaboration of objects with the classes and their relationships among them. And the scope is, it can be either class or object. Class in creational, it's factory method; in structural, it's adapter class; and in behavioral, it's interpreter template method. So creational are being categorized by the uh, catalog of design pattern, and they are like abstract factory, builder, prototype, singleton. And coming here, ABCD, FFP, like adapter, adapter class, bridge, composite, decorator, facade, flyweight, and proxy. Behavioral, chain of responsibilities, command, iterator, mediator, memento, observer, state, and strategy, visitor. Then how to select a design pattern. 1.6 is our topic in our design patterns. There are probably 7 steps involved in it. You can see here the Roman numbers, 7 steps. First thing to solve the design pattern is we have to find an appropriate object of the design pattern relationships. Next, determining object granularity. How object will deal with the class, it should be determined. Specifying object interface like type and interface binding. Specifying object implementation, how the classes and inheritances of classes, abstract classes, concrete classes, and mixin classes are implementing the class relationships with the objects. Then putting rise mechanisms to work. Putting reuse mechanisms to work. Inherit versus composition, delegation, inherit and parameterized types and generic templates. Relating runtime and compile time structures. Then designing of change or redesigning. Redesign is again involved in 8 steps. There that can be clarified in upcoming classes. Then the toolkits frameworks will be coming in the designing of a change. Then 1.7 is our topic. Then how to select a design pattern. To select a design pattern, there are six steps involved in it. Consider how design patterns will solve the design problem. Then after knowing how will it solve the problem, then we have to scan the intent sections. After scanning intent sections, we have to study how patterns will interrelate. Then study patterns of like purpose, like if abstract factory is there, and builder method builder also performs the same operations, but we have to study the like purposes, for what we have to select that pattern. Then examine the cause of redesign, why we have to redesign, that has to be examined. Then consider what should be variable in our design. Like in design, after selecting a design, our variable should be selected. Then coming to 1.8, how to use a design pattern. Using a design pattern involves in 7 steps. Reading the pattern once thoroughly for an overview, then we have to go back and study the structure, participants, collaboration sections. Look at the sample code section to have an example. And then fourth step will be choosing the name for pattern participants, and then defining a class, and this class can be categorized in a table form. Like first three will be creational, structural, and behavioral. Then defining application specific names for operations in patterns, then implementing the operations to our responsibilities and collaboration in patterns. Thank you. Please subscribe if you like the video, and for upcoming and latest views of our channel, please subscribe.